Good morning, friends all around the world. Today we're talking about an interesting topic, that is Reaganomics and deregulation. 10 years ago, Reagan was elected president and dramatically changed the economy and American families' lives. Before we get into the interview, let's talk about what Reaganomics and deregulation was. Reaganomics was the economic policies of the former U.S. President Ronald Reagan, associated especially with the reduction of taxes and the promotion of unrestricted free market activity, while deregulation is the removal of regulations and or restrictions. Now to go more in depth, let's welcome the Griffin family. So how are we doing today?
Just excited to be on.
Sadie, how do you feel?
I'm excited.
So, Robert, how did the 4 pillars of Reagan's program for economic recovery affect your guys' family?
I thought the 4 pillars were really great for the economy and for my business because it reduced regulations on my business, and tax cuts on my income allowed me to spend more money and really invest in what I wanted to do.
How do you feel about the reduced spending of the government?
I thought it was really great. It was really helpful because it slowed the increase in our country's debt, which we thought would help keep taxes lower in the future.
Mrs. Griffin, how did increased income of taxes affect your family and others around you?
It really made life generally easier, and we didn't have to worry about money as much.
The stock market crashed. Black Monday occurred on the New York Exchange, recording a record of 22.6% drop in one day. How did that affect your family?
I really didn't expect it to drop. The past 3 years before, it increased really rapidly, and I was doing really well in my business. But when it crashed, it really affected the family and affected the money flow.
Yeah, we lost a lot of money, and it was tremendously devastating for our family.
It was really hard on my parents to take care of our family. I remember the day it happened. We couldn't spend that much money, and I couldn't get the new clothes I wanted.
Okay, so how did things end up changing for you guys?
We eventually recovered, and my business recovered. And since then, we've been doing fine, but it was pretty hard for us during those years.
Mrs. Griffin?
Those years were really hard, and then we were able to raise our daughter and provide her with what she needed.
Sadie, do you have anything else?
I'm glad everything worked out and that everything is good.
Well, I would just like to thank you guys for your time. That's all the time we have today. It was good getting to interview you guys. On to the next story. Is Looney Tunes really safe for kids to watch?